Simmers, what is up, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Pepper, and today I'm going to be showing you a romantic park build. And of course it is February, and it is the month of love, so that's where my inspiration came from. And I know there's anti-Valentine's Day people, and there's pro-Valentine's Day people. I'm not here to judge either one of you. I just wanted some inspiration for a build for you guys. And so this is definitely one of my favorites that I've done. I'm not really into doing public lots. And so I tend to really do the residential lots mostly, but this one I had a lot of fun doing. It was, I don't know, I just had a lot of storylines in my mind that you could use for this, and so it was definitely a lot of fun to do. The way that I started the build was I did put all of the things that I needed in order for it to function as a park lot, so all of those requirements on the side, I made sure to put those out and to kind of pick the aesthetic that I kind of wanted, to make sure that I had everything that I needed, but then I could just place them wherever I wanted later. And then even those pathways, I know it looked a little spider-like, but I did end up changing them up. And so the trees I played around with a lot, because this park is kind of like in the town square, I guess you could say. You see, it says like the hair square on the side. I wanted it to be kind of fitting into that, you know, like if you were passing by the town square and you were just walking down after maybe doing some shopping, or I don't know, whatever Sims do, because I don't really shop with my Sims, but after you got a coffee with your friends or whatever, maybe you're walking down the square and you pass by this park that's in the middle of the square, and it's just like this beautiful romantic park. And then maybe you just want to go inside and see, you know, just a little bit around, take some pictures, take some selfies. You could definitely take a lot of pictures with your Sims in this park. There's definitely a lot of scenic things. I do a lot of landscaping in this park, so you could definitely take plenty of pictures with that. And then, you know, maybe after your Sim comes inside here, they could meet someone special. I don't know. There's definitely plenty to do coming into this park, so I do love that little chest area that I made. I made it a little bit garden-like. I did include these little statues in there, since the wishing well does have some mystical powers that they included in the gameplay from the romantic garden stuff pack. I wanted to just add another statue there just to make it seem like, I don't know, maybe there's like a little goddess there that helps it to be a little bit more mystical. And then I do add another statue outside of that garden area as well, kind of like in the entrance, but off to the side. And I thought that just kind of helped it blend well with the rest of the park. But I thought it would just be nice, like if you were a Sim walking into that little like area into the park, it would be like nestled in there, kind of like creepy at night, but not really, because of the mystical vibes of the well, but also really cool because it has the chess table, so it's also a nice little place to kind of be with someone else and maybe get a little bit romantic. I do put some lights in there as well, so that it does look really nice at night. So I try to keep in mind, you know, any time of day coming to this park. I didn't want it to be something that you could just use during the day or just use during the night. I kind of wanted to make it so that you could use during both, and so I did keep the lighting in mind when I was building this park. And then there's that pond area as well that I really like as well. And I know like things are like off to the corners and stuff, but I promise it looks a lot more blended a little bit later. And I didn't really know what to do with the pathways. Like, it took me forever to kind of figure out what was gonna look good, because I just kept getting like these spider vibes for the pathway in the middle, and I didn't want it to look like a spider park. Like, I wanted it to look romantic, and I didn't want it to look creepy. So I do change it up a few different times until I figure out what looks good. And then for that grill area, I decided that I wanted to section it off. So I do use one of the stone fences that I thought was really nice from the Romantic Garden Pack. And I used a lot of things from the Romantic Garden Pack, actually. I didn't think that I liked a lot of things in that pack. I didn't think that it came with a lot. I wished it came with more, but for the things that it did come with, I did use a good amount of what it did come with, and I think it actually did help my park to look romantic. But yeah, I used that stone fence to section that off because I kind of wanted to give it like a pavilion vibe. Like, let's say, your sim wanted to like rent an area in the park for like a private get together, or even if it was like a first come first serve grill area. So then I did put enough for either one big party or two small parties. And so maybe you're renting out one side and some townies are renting out another side, and then your sim ends up, meeting another sim and they hit it off and they're in a romantic park. So sparks fly. I don't know. I thought a lot about storytelling with this park, and I just had a lot of fun with it. And then this pond area, I decided to make kind of like an overgrown area because the landscaping and the terrain paint for this build was absolutely everything, because it's kind of like a park in the middle of the town square. Like, it's in the middle of cement. So I really wanted it to not look like just flat. So I tried to make it look a little bit overgrown so that it can give the land some texture, help it to look like it's been there for a little while. And I just thought that the overgrown plants around the pond looked really nice. Because when I see ponds, like, I always usually see like these weeds around there and different plants that are just not very groomed. But I did want it to seem kind of organized. And as you see, I did make it nighttime in game, so that way that it could show the lights situation going on, and I wanted it to be able to look good at night, so that way if you wanted your sim to come here on a nighttime date or do whatever at nighttime in this park, I wanted it to be able to look really nice. Also for pictures as well, I wanted the lighting to look really romantic. And here's where I put the little light post within that little chess playing area. I love it there. It's really, really dim and a little bit dark, but I did want it to keep a little bit of that darkness around there just because that well is there. So I kind of wanted it to seem like a little bit spooky, but not spooky, but romantic. Because the thing is with the well is you really never know what you're going to get. If you make a wish on it, it could be a good outcome, could be not what you really expected, and not be a good outcome. So I decided to kind of leave it a little bit lit, but not too lit, because I wanted to keep a little bit of suspense or mystery there, I guess. And then this area in front of the grilling area, I did a lot of plush landscaping. I did forward that a bit because it did take a while. It's a little bit hard to come up with landscaping because I don't know, we do have a lot of bushes and flowers and things, but I don't know, sometimes I just don't feel like they go well together. So I just pick like 4 or 5 different ones, and then I just do a bunch of the same ones of those 4 or 5 ones. And that's kind of how I do my landscaping. This one I did that way. So that way it could be, since it's a park, I wanted it to be with more wildflowers in there, and keep with that overgrown look. And I did include some woohoo bushes around the bathroom area as well, because since it is a romantic park, I just wanted to give you gameplay options. And so you can see those woohoo bushes there, and I thought it was really appropriate to put it kind of in a hidden area. And I really love that romantic bathroom that came with the romantic stuff pack. with the little vines on the fences and just the color swatches of it, I love it so much. And I don't think I've ever said that about a Sims public restroom, but that one is so cute. And I especially love the monkey bars that it came with as well, that has the vines all over it too. I think that's super cute as well. It's a shame that only the kids can play on the monkey bars though. Like, it would be nice to see like some teens be able to like hang out on them, maybe like sit on the top of them and hang out. I think that would be super cute if the teens were able to like talk to their crushes and things like that on the monkey bars. Just some ideas for the Sims team, you know. But I was really happy with how the pathways ended up coming out, since I struggled with them so much. I think it looks really nice, like the pathway to the bathroom I was really happy with. And I do put these fruit trees here as well, and they are cherry trees, which I personally just thought was funny to put into a romantic park build. And for the area of the grilling area, I used the terrain paint to put like the dirt path kind of scattered throughout it. Also the play area, because I wanted it to look like as if it had people walking around it a lot. So like the grill area, if you have a lot of people there eating, having a party, whatever, then obviously there's going to be people walking around a lot. And then with the play area as well, like whether it's adults, teens, kids, whatever in the play area, it's just going to have a lot of, you know, maybe running and walking around there as well. So I put the terrain paint to look like there was a lot of walking around. So this is the statue that I was talking about in front of the garden area that I wanted to put, that kind of had like that goddess mystical feel in front of it. And I know we recently just got the paranormal stuff pack. So I thought, you know, I haven't played with it yet, but I thought it would be really cool to maybe include in this pack if it had some kind of haunted, like, public area, one of those lot types. I don't know, maybe you could like make that part of the park haunted. I don't know. You could do a lot of things with this build. But I had just a lot of fun with it, just thinking of so many things that I could do. And I was thinking you could even bring kids here to play in that area. You can bring friends here to do the grill. So you don't necessarily have to use it only for romantic things. You can use it for anything, really. You can use it for meeting people. You could use it for bringing people you've already met. You could use it for taking pictures. You could use it for throwing parties. Just anything, really. And here I'm putting a lot more of the landscaping, and I loved putting like those kind of weed looking flowers along the sides, because I don't know, they just look like when you go to a park you see like a bunch of those little flowers that look like weeds. And I remember being a kid and like picking them and giving to my mom, and like they're just like weed flowers and they're not even real flowers. But anyway, so I just had a lot of fun. I did put some planter pots around the trees just because I thought it looked good instead of just having the stumps along there, and I didn't want to just put like weed flowers around there. So I ended up putting just the planters and the little flowers overgrown within the pavilion as well. And I did put some condiments there. I know like parks don't really come with them, but I just thought it would be nice. But anyway, we are going to be coming into screenshots here. So just to give you a reminder, you can download this on the gallery using my gallery name SIMplyPepper1 or #SimplyPepper. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And you can also click the bell for notifications for every time I post. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!